I'd like to say that I'm not the best speaker out there in the world, but for tonight, I'll give my all. I'd like to thank everyone that came today, family, friends, relatives, staff, administration. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here to share this experience with us. And I'm sure our class of 2013 is glad as well that their loved ones have come. I also want to thank my family too, and they've been my support throughout high school, throughout my entire life as well. And my mom's right there. So, hey, Mom. Unfortunately, he can't be here today, but he's the backbone to our family, and I really want to thank him for that. I also want to thank the teachers, too, and I want every last minute that they've invested in us to be recognized, because without them, we wouldn't be here today. After school, spend time out of their own daily lives to get us where we need to be. So we truly have wonderful teachers, and I want you to know that. I also want to thank two of my best friends that always came over to my house and invited me over for a football game, and every time that they did that, it really made me happy. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you too, the motivated Kurt and babyface Alex. Has or will have friends that mean as much to you as these guys mean to me. I also want to share one experience that I had in high school that I found was the most impacting to me, and that I learned the most from it. Really, it's funny because when I was told I was valedictorian, I wasn't really sure how to think, and Mr. Marku noticed that as well. He even asked me, well, aren't you happy? And I didn't really know how to answer him at that moment, so I took some time to reflect on that, and really, it was after these 4 years were over that I had the opportunity to look back and see what I did for these 4 years. And I did ask myself these questions. Why wasn't I feeling accomplished? Or why wasn't I feeling happy? Or really, why wasn't I feeling fulfilled? And I looked back and saw that all I did for these 4 years was do work. All I did was do assignments when they were assigned, and I really had my choices made for me, and I didn't make them myself. So really, what I stand here before you is the perfect example of the biggest failure. And the reason I failed high school is because even though I got the grades that I needed, high school is meant to prepare us for life. It's meant to prepare us to make our own decisions. And what I've been doing was not make my own decisions. So I really regret that too. And all I did was study for a test, take the test, get the grade, and really forget the material and move on. I regret that because I didn't get everything that I could have from it. And what I'm getting at from this is that whatever you do in life, whether it be in school or out of school, get the most from it. Milk everything that you can out of it, and get more than what you expected before. And I'm glad that I learned this at the end of high school rather than at the end of college. And I also wanted to share another thing with you guys. You see, I always get uncomfortable when people tell me that I'm as smart as getting the grade, but I don't really think that. I don't think that I'm smarter than any one of you out there. And the reason being is because we all have potential. We all have potential. It's just whether or not we have that motivation to draw out that potential. And my motivation was my duty to protect and care for my family, and that's what kept me driving through these 4 years. And I know that we all have different situations and different circumstances that sometimes doesn't allow for that motivation to be cultivated. So sometimes people just need that extra slap on the back to get them to move forward. Sometimes a few words of encouragement can really have a lasting effect on someone. And I know that inevitably we're going to be encountering problems and challenges down the road, but it's how we face those challenges that we really develop and we grow as individuals. may request one thing from the crowd. I'd like you all to please have a good look at our class 2013. And what I want you to see is the potential that lies in these fine, bright students before you. We are the future generation of America, and I can assure it to you that you can trust that future to us. Congratulations, class of 2013.